What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out Rift Wizard. This is a game that's been actively in development by one guy. It's a roguelike, a la Caves of Cut or any of those other ones that you've played. This one's a little bit different, though, in that it's got kind of an old-school gauntlet flair to it. So basically, Rift Wizard is a game where you make your own fully customizable wizard. There's like 100 different spells. They all combine with each other in different ways. There's summoning, there's nuking, there's all that kind of fun stuff. There's utility spells that you can use to teleport around. But each map takes place on a grid where effectively your ultimate goal is to eliminate all the enemies. It seems really simple on the surface, but this is one of those games that if you want to make it like further in, you're really going to have to memorize the systems, the monsters, how everything works. You're going to have a very finely tuned build. It's a game that kind of jumped out at me because like at first glance you're like, all right, well this is kind of simple, and then by the time you get to like level 4, level 5, you're like, man, I am like stressed out right now. This game is not much of a looker, but it is a player, so it's got very minimalist graphics. It's got better than ASCII, so that's good. If you wanted to get this game after you watch me play it for about 25 minutes here, you can look down below in the description. You'll find a link down there. That'll be next to my Discord, my Twitch stream, and my Twitter, all three of which you're very welcome to join me at any time. Let's go ahead and get started. New game! We'll run the game normal. There are trials and things. Ultimately, the story is that we are a wizard. We were sleeping, and then a big bad guy, he woke us up from our nap, and it deeply upsets us, so now that we're gonna go kill the big bad guy. That's pretty much it. This is the first level. Our wizard is up here. We have no spells right now, but let's run through the UI so that you'll understand how to play, or at least you'll have like a rudimentary grasp of the mechanics of the game if you decide to get it for yourself. So, we've got our HP up here in the top left-hand corner. When that goes down to 0, obviously, we die. We can get more maximum HP as we play the game, and that kind of goes into, like, the portal system, which we'll talk about in a little bit. We have our SP. That's basically XP. It allows you to buy spells. It allows you to upgrade your spells. It allows you to do special things that permanently make your character better, buy traits that modify your spells, buy upgrades for your spells that make them better or hit harder, have a larger AoE, all that kind of stuff. Right now, we've only got the one, so we're going to have to kind of like fiddle with that, unfortunately. The first spell that I'm going to take, look at all these spells. Look at all these spells you can take. There's so many of them, and they all do different things. I've been kind of just like working my way down the list, in all honesty, and just being like, I guess I'll take the next one iteratively, and just seeing what they all do. Over here on this side right here, we've got the SP cost, and then these are the types. And this actually does like matter. These types over here, you can filter by type, and the types matter because if you go to the skill menu, these are basically Binding of Isaac style mods that you can buy for your character using skill points that make all of the spells of a certain class do different things or perform differently. So like, let's take a spell like Chain Lightning, for example. You have Chain Lightning. Some of these skills over here, they might make it so that you've got like a hard shock, which means that it doubles the damage, but half the damage is lightning damage, half the damage is physical damage. There might be another skill that makes it so that if it bounces twice, it has a chance to bounce a third time, and then the third person will be paralyzed, you know, that kind of stuff. And so anyways, you do kind of have to sift through all of these. You're not really going to have a choice if you want to play the game at like maximum efficiency. I don't really, but you know, we'll start out with something simple. Let's call it Deathbolt. I like Deathbolt. What Deathbolt does is it does damage. It's basically Magic Missile, but with a twist. It deals damage to an enemy, but if it kills that enemy, it converts them into a skeleton that will obey your commands. Now that you see it over here, it's bound to our 1 key, so I can just zap that guy, and now I've got a Skeletor. That's an enemy spawner right there. We absolutely want to do away with that thing about as soon as possible. Otherwise, this whole situation is going to get sketchy as hell as time goes along. There we go. Every single spell has charges. You don't have MP or anything in this game. You have charges on your spells, and when it runs out, you can no longer use that spell. You might be saying to yourself, that sounds super lame. I hate it. I agree. I thought it was super lame too until I realized that you can use a mana potion and it will restore all charges on every single spell that you've bought for yourself. And so anyways, let's grab our SP real fast. We've got 3 SP. I would definitely highly recommend that we fiddle around and get some new spells. Just having a little bit of variability tends to be a really good idea. I'm a big fan of Flames. I'm a big fan also of Lightning, of Chain Lightning. Fan of Flames is cool because you can channel it, which means that if you cast it in a direction and then you pass your turn, he'll just sit there and keep going like, ah! and flamethrowing everything, which can actually make it a spell that allows you to save a lot of charges. So I'm going to pick that up right there. And then I think we're going to sit on our last SP so that we can let it build up a bit. Now that we've beaten the level, all of these portals will open. And if you mouse over the portal, it will give you a preview of what's inside that area so that you can actually pick a zone that you are strong against. So every zone kind of has like a different elemental attunement, basically. And so if you've got all fire spells, you really don't want to go to a fire realm because you're going to get stomped out and you're not going to have any damage to kill anything. If you have all lightning spells, same things goes for like lightning biomes. If you're all bio and toxins and venoms and, you know, diseases and stuff like that, you probably don't want to go to a nature biome. And so we've got ourselves here a rift that has an enchantment circle. What circles do is circles reduce the cost of all upgrades and all spell purchases of that particular school by 1. So if you've got a particular build in mind, it can be a really good idea to go to one of these that'll make your life easier. We've got goblins, we've got bats. It'll also give you a synopsis of the loot that's there, so teleporters. We've got a portal disruptor over here. I don't know what that does, so I kind of want to check that out. But there's a ruby heart in this one too, which increases our max HP by 25. Now, you don't have to play this map once you go to it. You can actually right-click, and it'll take you back out of the portal. So you're not locked into anything until you take your first step and teleport. So if you want to, it's totally on you, and also part of the prevailing strategy of the game, that you be picking your portals carefully. You kind of stick your head through and be like, is this realm okay? And then, like, if it's really deadly and there doesn't seem to be an opening for you to destroy all the spawners, you pick another one. But anyways, this guy right here seems okay to me. We've got lanky goblins running around. I'd like to be near the spawners, but the spawners are kind of all over the place, so I think no matter what we do, this is going to get a little bit sketchy. Let's go ahead and make a skeleton over here. And then I would like to channel that until we kill that portal right there. And as you can see, that only cost us 1 charge. Oh, he throws stuff at me. Well, that's not fun. Don't throw things at me, bro. Why you throwing things at me, dog? Alright, we'll convert him into a skeleton, and then we'll just kind of channel that corridor right there until we kill it all. He took care of that bat right there for us. That's good. He's going to sit on that spawner right there. And honestly, I feel like the best thing I can do here is just hang out and channel on this corner until he's done. Everything in the game is going to filter down this way anyways. And so, like, if we can just kind of kill them one by one, it'll clear things out a bit for later. Yep, just keep channeling. Alright, so now we're good. Now we can start making some skeletons, making sure we have some mobs around that are going to help us with the kill effort. There we go. And actually, if I wanted to make this faster, I can use my teleporter. We don't necessarily need the teleporter, but I could use my teleporter to teleport over here and wipe that thing out real fast to save spell charges. It is an option. We do have some serious Skeletors, though, under our control, so it might not be necessary. And our skeletons do seem to be one-tapping most of the bats, so I think I'll save my consumables for right now. I'm going to go pick up all the other random things on the map while they're working their way towards the teleporter. I'm sorry, towards the monster spawner. So I'm just going to kind of like click around and make this happen. Oh, good. He skeefed by. Very nice. So he got the spawner right there. Good for him. I'm going to go get this disruptor over here. These are bats. They ignore the terrain. There are spells that allow you to break the terrain and destroy things and make new paths. They're not crazy common, but they are around. The portals are now open. I'm going to go get my 25 HP right there. We're at about 2/3 health right now. Exactly 2/3 health. In fact, we were at half health, but we're doing a little bit better. It's not quite time for us to use a mana potion yet. That one's got a fire mob inside of it, so I'm not going to go to that one. This one right here has Spriggans and Imps, and it looks like we can upgrade our sorcery. Are any of my spells sorcery right now? They are tagged with sorcery, so I think that this guy right here would be a really good candidate. There's a Vigor Shrine over here that's going to make all of our minions have 80% more HP. The downside is everything in there is fire attuned, which is bad for us because we actually are really leaning on our fire spells for right now in order to survive. And so I think it's a bad idea for us to head over there. Instead, I'm just going to kind of like, where do I want to deploy at? There's a lot of spawners over here. I think I can step on top of the portal tiles, so I personally think this spot right here is probably a good idea. We get these two spawners, and then we go for that one right there and try to keep ourselves alive, maybe? Like, spew flame at everything we possibly can. Let's see how our fire spells do against this guy. Not that great. in all honesty. Not that positive. Oh, and we don't get, okay. Well, that's kind of a headache. Ow, dude, I'm getting bombarded by everything. Okay, we may need to pick up a new spell here. I think I'll probably go with Death Bolt, and I'll increase the damage by 12. How much did I take on that last turn? I was going to say, I didn't know if I'd survive that. Alright, I got to use a healing potion. There we go. Healing potion tooken. I am all out of spells, so that's a bit of a bummer. But I think I can clear out. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to teleport over to here. And we'll take that down. I'm going to fan of flames out that way. And we're going to go for this spawner over here. Once I've used up all my charges on this side, I probably could have channeled that. Okay, that's now down. We've got all the spawners, and that's the final mob right there. So as you can see, there is like a strategy to this whole thing. We're going to need to drink a mana potion real fast to get our charges back. Kind of wish that I hadn't gone with Death Bolt. I feel like I'm getting limited returns on Death Bolt at this point. I could have really used some skeletons in there to soak hits, but we've got 4 SP, and it is plausible that we'd be able to do something over here with some of the upgrades that we have available. So for example, with Fan of Flames, I can get more charges, I can get more damage. With Death Bolt, it looks like we can get more charges. It looks like we can make our skeletons that come from Death Bolt hit a little bit harder. We can get Withering, so if we hit something non-living with a Death Bolt, they lose HP equal to the damage dealt. Okay, so if we go after like an undead enemy with that, it'll give us kind of like a little bit of, well, it lowers their max HP. So I guess that only really matters if the mob has like an inherent healing or like a regeneration or something. With Fan of Flames, we can increase the range by 2 or get some more damage on it. I'm also sort of in the mix right now. Chaos Barrage, not terrible. Fire 8 bolts of chaotic energy at random targets. Every bolt does random damage. Yeah, not a bad idea. What does Aether Swap do? Swap places with an enemy unit. That unit takes 16 damage from the teleport. Okay. I mean, Blink is also a really, really good choice in my opinion. It allows us to get out of bad situations as though we have a teleporter. I'm going to take Blink. Just for the utility of it. And then I'll probably take... Let's try out Chaos Barrage. It's only got 8 charges, but like maybe it'll get us taken care of. I don't have any health potions left. We are below half HP, so that's bad. We've got a fire circle in there. It looks like we've got a mind maggot. And we've got a biome over here. Okay. We can mod one of our spells to get an extra 100% charges. Let's try this place out. I know at the bare minimum we will be strong against like... I know we'll be strong at the bare minimum against nature enemies. So I feel like there's a decent chance we'll be okay here. I'm going to get that spawner right there and then really... Oh, that kind of sucks. Alright. Yeah, now we're poisoned. Oof. They've got us kind of trapped up here. Oh, it looks like I can't teleport through walls. Okay. Well, that's a bummer. I think if we had had a health potion, we'd be all right here. Yeah, I thought with Blink I'd be able to teleport through walls. Fair enough. See, my plan was to wipe that out and then stand here and just channel fire until we take them all down. That was the goal, but it seems like they're overwhelming my defenses right now. Oh, and there we go from the poison that we had on us. We only had 1 turn left, too. We only had 1 turn left, and so that's where it ends. When you die inside the context of the game, there are no in-between run unlocks or anything else like that. This is a pure roguelike with no roguelite elements, so there's no carried over progress. But you can go back through, and like the first couple levels are like a gimme, and so really I think that the emergent content here is just you playing around with a bunch of different spells, seeing how they combine. So for example, I'd never taken Blink before, and so I was like, alright, well Blink's not that great. So now I know. Chances are that Blink may have an upgrade. Oh, never mind. I wanted to take a look at my spells, but never mind. We'll go back into the game, and I'll take a look at Blink and see what its upgrades are the next time around. This time around, let's go with a wolf. That sounds like fun. Yeah, let's go with summoning this time around. We'll be a Doggo Mancer. There we go. Give me some wolves out here. I don't know how many charges of wolf I'm gonna need, but I assume at least a couple in order to finish this thing off. Actually, I overdid it. I probably could have done that with like 1 or 2 wolves. It's okay. We got 9 charges left. With our 3 that we've got right now, we've got bats, goblins, red goblins, a dark circle, a ruby heart, and a ruby heart. That one's got a healing potion and a mana potion. I'll probably go after this one right here because the ruby heart and 1 of each potion is kind of hard to turn down. There are varied tile sets. So that's one of those things that, like, it does feel as though you get sort of a pleasant change of scenery every single time you play this game. There is a lot of dead space along the boundaries. I wish that there was a way to fit this whole thing to the screen and make it a little bit larger. It seems like one of those obvious options that, like, should exist, but inside of here, it doth not. I mean, if we save and exit and go on out to the options, it doesn't change up at all, but I would definitely recommend that. They've got a lot of wasted space on the sides of the screen, and it looks to me as though this is already cropped for widescreen, and so why it doesn't just kind of get bigger and fill the whole screen is sort of like beyond me. Anyways, that's one of the things that I would look for, just because I do think that, like, these are pretty small, especially if you're playing on, like, a big monitor, and so I think the larger the monitor you have, the harder this is going to be to kind of, like, beat in on. We'll go right here. I don't think that's walkable right there, but we'll put a wolf right there and a wolf right there to guard me for a minute while we wait for all these guys to file on through, kill that first spawner. You know, I'm going to need a new spell. Let's get like a fireball or something. Something with an AoE. Something, we've got Blaze Rip right there, which sounds rad as hell. But let's go with the old classic. We'll go with a fireball. That sounds good. And then with our fireball, can I upgrade anything on it? Yeah, give me some damage on me old fireball there. Okay, so now that I have me old fireball, yeah, that did the job. That did the job something good. Okay. These Spriggan levels, man, they're not that hard to deal with if you got, like, AoE, but if you don't have AoE, these levels are like a nightmare. Give me another wolf over here just in case. I was going to say, I sort of feel like the wolves are going to get got. I'm going to wait over on this side, see if I can push up towards this spawner. I don't really... Oop, I fireballed myself. That was an accident. I didn't mean to fireball myself. Let me get that potion right there. We'll put that out right there. I need that thing to go or he'll respawn. And then we've got one more spawner over on this side. I'm about to drink a mana potion anyways, so, like, summon some wolves. Doesn't matter. Hopefully they'll be able to break through and go get that spawner over there all by their lonesome, and it looks like they will. We also got a free teleporter right here, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I'm going to grab that, that, and that. And so now we've got a bit more utility. I did take a little damage on that one, mostly from myself, though. Okay, I blew myself up on that one. So it's me. 'Twas me that was my own enemy the entire time, like I didn't already know that from my past life experiences. Let's see. We've got a Firebomber, Spark Imps. Honestly, what I look at is I don't even really look at the bonuses once I get a little bit further on in. I look at what the enemies are and whether or not they have resistances to what it is that I'm doing. So, like, this place is right out right here. Like, I love the spell bonus. Getting that extra 2 radius on my Fireball would be fantastic. But I can't kill anything inside of there. The Fire Imps are going to absolutely trounce me. The Spark Imps, not that big of a problem, but the Fire Imps, like, can't touch them. So that's out. Over here, we've got a Butterfly Wing Shrine, but there's Fire Bombers in there. Those are resistant to my only damage spell as well. So that leaves us pretty much with the Faewitch Shrine. and the giant spider and the displacer beast. So let's hope that this doesn't go atrociously. A little bit of a claustrophobic map. Not a lot of fantastic openings to get any DPS off or DPT off on any of those spawners. Feels like no matter where I jump in, we're going to kind of be in it from the get-go. Oh, cool! I can one-tap the little floaty guys. Sweet. All right, so let me get some wolves up and rocking. And I need to. Oh, they're putting down spoder webs. Spoder web on my face and on my head. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. I'll go ahead and wipe that out down there, and we'll see if we can get them. I need these spider webs to no longer exist so that we can start working our way towards the spawners. Wolves are doing their best right now. That's all you can really ask of them. That's all I ask of. Two spawners down, one spawner to go. But getting to that one right there is going to be a little bit of a minor headache, I should think. So we'll get the spider webs out of the way. We'll nuke you down. Oh, no, dude. I got trapped inside a room with my own flame fart. That's upsetting. I really don't like using that spell for single target, but, like, it's all I got. Give me some wolves over here just to chew on that little bro right there. Oh. Are you guys gonna get him? Go, my doggos! Go! Go, my doggerinos! Show them the fury of your fangs! Good dogs. Alright. So let's grab all the loot that we hadn't picked up yet. Luckily, we got a mana potion. That's gonna help us out on the next floor because I need to drink one like right now. There we go. And we've got some more SP to play around with. 5 specifically to play around with. Fireball is cool. I still feel like we need one more spell. What was that thing going to do? So, enhances an arcane or dark spell with whenever the spell kills a unit. If that unit had a debuff, summon a Faewitch for 7 turns. Okay, so it'd probably be a really good idea to pick up some kind of poison or debuff. And then we put that on our Fireball, I would think. And then that'll give us an extra batch of summons on top of our wolves to really kind of like, I guess, thin out the enemy foe. Well, let's get after it. None of our spells can be improved here. I thought that had... Oh, it has sorcery, not arcane. We still might be able to make this work if we have enough SP. So if we learn a new spell, we could get Poison Sting for 1. The other possibility is we could get Toxin Burst. That'll cost us 2, but it leaves us with 3. Well, that only does 1 damage per turn, though. I don't know if that's going to get the job done in the way that I want to get it done. Devour Mind is not terrible. And that's got Dark and Arcane. Yeah, let's try that. We'll get Devour Mind. There we go. So our Devour Mind has now been modified so that it summons a Faewitch if we kill somebody with it. And chances are we may just kill somebody with it because it does quite a bit of damage. Is there anything upgradable here that I can do with this? Let me take a look and see with Devour Mind. I can do Gluttony. If it kills the target, the charge cost is refunded. That's even better. Very nice. Okay, I think we found ourselves a spammable. A bag of bugs. We've got a sorcery circle over here with polar bears. Really, I feel like we kind of want to go after a level that has, like, little weak enemies. That one gives us yet another buff. So every time we deal 50 damage... it will summon a butterfly demon. Yeah, let's try that out. And so as you can see, like, there's actually a lot of customizability and, like, interesting stuff here that you can do. Like I said, the game is not big on visual presentation, but, like, when it comes to the actual amount of just customizability and things that you can do with your character, there are quite a few fun little things you can play around with here. All right, so give me some wolves up. I just fireballed that dude, and I should not have. Give me another. Ooh, he's killing my wolves. Don't kill my wolves. I like them wolves. Them some good old wolves right there. Ooh, my HP is bad too. All right, well, I want to devour someone's mind here, but like, how much is he gonna deal? 7 damage? All right. Oh, it killed me? I was trying to, dude, I only got to use it. Well, no, dude, I didn't even get to see the, I should have taken the potion. I knew it. I should have taken the potion. I didn't even get to play around with my fun toy. I just got it, and they slapped it out of my hand. My feelings are hurt. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go with Lightning Bolt this time around. That sounds pretty fun. Actually, Icicle seems kind of cool, too. 6 physical damage and then a 6 ice AoE around it. Magic Missile goes through walls, which is actually kind of dope because there's a lot of flying enemies in this game that can be kind of obnoxious. Poison Sting is also not awful. It's not, like, the best, but... yeah, let's go with Lightning Bolt. Let's try that out. Lightning Bolt! Lightning Bolt! Lightning Bolt! Oh, dude, I spawned like in the worst spot ever. They're gonna get so many respawns over here. I am upsetty spaghetti. Never forget I needed to get down to that corner before they got there. There we go. I mean, at least I've got like an AoE, so that's fun. I mean, if I set up in a corridor, I'm pretty much unstoppable with this spell. And it looks like I can... it's got really good range, actually. It's got pretty savage range. All right, we'll grab some skill points over here, and I would love to be able to channel this. I'll be honest with you. That seems like the obvious thing to take first. It's kind of expensive, though. Maybe I save it. Do we have any lightning shrines here? Conjuration. No, dude, there's no lightning shrines. Ah! Maybe I should check the portals before I take my first spell. That seems like something that a smart player would do. That, like, has a good handle on things. It's a conjuration circle over here. Maybe we can get some cool summons. Oh, there's so many bad guys. I wanted to see if there was any spot where I could get both of those with the arc, but it doesn't look like it. Yep, and these little miscreants are all in the process of dodging my attack. There we go, that works. Can I get him right there? Nope. Alright, some of the spawners are down. The bomb needs to go. The bomb will blow up and kill everything around it when we kill it. I learned that the hard way about bombas. Bombas are kind of terrifying. I can drink a potion right now, but the other option is we pick up something like light. Like we pick, what does Soul Swap do? Oh, I can swap oh, that's kind of cool. All right. So I can swap with one of my undead summons if I want to. Give me Magic Missile. We'll just take something light so that I can nuke some of these idiots down. Fortunately, I'm getting weak, dude. Get you real fast. Where's the other spawner at? Oh, it's way over there, and I gotta... okay, we're just gonna teleport. I see no reason not to. We'll just teleport in. It's gonna take me too long to work my way across the map over to here. The nice thing about Magic Missile is that it completely and totally ignores line of sight. So, like, if you increase the range on it, you can, like, nuke people from, like, across the map, and there's no side effects to it. Really, really, actually, kind of a cool little spell, what they did with Magic Missile, which is kind of a, you know, a caster's standard in all games. Let me go to my character sheet. Let me see what I can get here. So, on the summoning, we can get Hungry Maw. It has 8 damage, or it has 8 HP, 1 shield, floats, and is stationary. The Maw has 9 physical damage attack and pulls enemies towards it. It will vanish after 15 turns. The shield means it absorbs 1 hit before it starts to take actual real damage. A Choir of Angels. Could try that. Yeah, let's go with the Choir of Angels. I can get 3 more of them, or they can get extra shields. Let's go with the extra shields. I'm curious. I want to see how this plays. We got an enchantment circle right there. We've got a nature circle right there. And we've got a ruby heart and a dragon horn over there. And an aether dagger. I don't even know what an aether dagger is. Let's go look. This map is not the worst thing that I've ever seen. Yay! I've got angels. Angels in my pocket. All right, so we'll shoot you. Oh, they're destroying terrain. Well, this is going to open up, isn't it? Not great, not great. What does that do? Nothing that's going to save me, unfortunately. Weak. Oh, God. Oh, God. Ow. That was so painful. I hated everything about that. It was the worst. Give me a magic missile over there. Am I blind or something right now? Oh, I am. I'm blinded. These little bombs are kind of driving me crazy. I need to make some kind of real tangible progress towards neutralizing these bombs. All right, give me the angels back again just to absorb aggro. That'll knock a hole right there. Oop, that was a mistake. I've got 4 magic missiles left. It's okay. I've got a lightning bolt left too. We'll be okay. Oh, I was worried that was going to destroy my heart. That would have been bad, dude. I would prefer that my heart not be achy breaky right now, but like the game seemed. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh no. All right, let's get you. And if I can just nuke you down from here. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's grab our SP, and this is Rift Wizard. Hope you guys liked it. Like I said, not big on presentational flair. I do think it'd be really, really cool if the developer opened it up to modding. That way, like, people could come up with their own tile sets and stuff, and, like, make it look pretty. One of my favorite things about Cataclysm DDA is just playing around with mod packs that change around the graphics. But other than that, dude, not a lot to complain about here. There's a lot of content. There's a lot of customizability here. There's a lot of stuff to fiddle around with when you play this game, especially once you take into account there's like 125 spells. Every single spell has like 4 or 5 upgrades. There's also crossovers with the shrines that will add mods to it, and those mods stack with other mods and other skills and things of that nature. A lot of stuff to play around with here. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for stopping on in. My name is SplatterCat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Bye, everybody.